Hey guys, it's Alyssa from alyssanalani.com, and it is time to do a flip through for my setup in my Traveler's Notebook for February. Now, I just want to say on the front end that not much has changed from my January setup, and I haven't completely set it up for February. There are some changes that I want to make. There is another insert that I want to add that I have not made yet. I'm still trying to figure out exactly what I want in it, but it'll be an insert for work. And so I'm still playing around with plans for that. But I figured if I waited until everything was done and perfect, I would never make the video. So we're just going to go ahead and flip through really quick and see what February is starting to look like. I also wanted to say at the front end that if you are either starting to plan for the first time in a planner, or if you're trying out a new system or anything like that, and you feel like, oh my goodness, I don't have all the stuff, I don't know what I'm doing, I don't have it all planned, stuff is going to change, that's okay. It's going to change. And you are going to find out what works for your brain. You're going to find out what works in reality alongside what's going on in your head and how that works on paper. So let it be a process. Don't feel like it has to be perfect all at once, because it's not going to be. And the desire for perfection on paper is going to kind of cramp the development process. So let it be a process, let your brain work through it, let yourself explore and experiment, and it'll be a great ride. So anyway, let's go ahead and open this up and take a look. I'm in my Prima, oh my goodness, I cannot remember exactly what this one is called, but it's a Prima Traveler's journal. As you can see, it is each, I guess, kind, edition, color, they all have a specific name, and I completely forgot what this one's called, but I will have it linked below with everything else. And I cannot believe I forgot this is called. Anyway, in this first insert I have my playbook, like I showed in the first video. In my January setup, you can see all of the stuff that I've got here in this book. I still have not set up most of the rest of these spreads. So I had a couple. I've worked on the self-care, and I've worked kind of on this personal development, like on the back of the personal development one. I've written a few things in here and divided them up, but that's as far as I've gotten. So as you can see, I'm slowly planning this out and taking my time, and I don't mind that. I am not rushing it. I have a lot more stuff to fill in as my brain kind of wraps around all of this stuff. So this is my playbook, and basically my playbook is just all of the things and the goals and the plans and the priorities that I have for my life in the year. So, you know, when we make resolutions, we often make general statements like eat healthy or work out more or read more books, but we never kind of put processes and tasks, bite-sized things into place so that we can actually get those things done. And this is what I'm using to kind of tackle that aspect of goals and resolutions. So, and then wrapped around this is my credit card holder with pictures of me and my husband. That has not changed. And then on the binder clip, I just have my Pilot Coletto pen. And then on the actual pen loop, I have a Pilot G2 hanging out. So these two hang out together on my planner. The second one is my monthly and my weekly spreads. And so last month, yeah, I can show this. Last month, I did my days of the week in a vertical spread. So this is just the half of this week, the first half of the week. Sorry, I'm sniffling a little bit here. And I had each day like this. I don't think I can show you another one because it's got personal information. But so I did vertical, and it went across Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday. And then all of this space down here if you can imagine it, was blank, and I kind of did with it as I needed for the week. This month, and as you can see, there's only the first half because I decided to split the week and do the second half of the week today, starting in February. I wouldn't normally do that, but because it was all on here, but something in my brain said, nope, I want it all in 1 month. So since I have the freedom to do that, I did it. And I just took a piece of paper and I washi-keyed this quote in, and then I went ahead and did my January review, the things that I did well, and some of the things I only did okay at. I put it all in here, put a couple stickers in to make it pretty, and then I have my title page for February, along with a list of things that I want to get done this month. So I've got that, and then I've got my February month here, and that's it. I just wrote it in, put some stickers in washi. Y'all, I love washi and I love stickers. So I put that in. And then I have my budget and expense tracker, which I did not use last month. I didn't even put it in, I didn't even ink it. It stayed in pencil. So, yeah. So anyway, I actually went ahead and inked it. I will go ahead and put my dates and my numbers in there and then use it this month. All bills got paid last month. I just did not keep a record of it in here, so I want to be better about that in February. And then since I had this half of the spread empty, I went ahead and put in a to-do list for February. So this will just be a running list of things that I need to get done that I can put in here and then transfer into the weeks, as in the days as I go. And then this year, I'm sorry, not this year, this week, or month rather, good grief, I'm going to try doing my days in my week. So my weekly spread, I'm going to do it horizontally. As you can see, here's the half of the week, and then here's what next week will look like. So I have Monday through Friday, my weekdays, and then I have my weekend on this side. This top bar here, I can put, like I put here, I just put week 5. I can put the week, I can put the dates, I can put a quote, I can put notes, I can put whatever I want. And then down here, I've got a huge chunk of space for notes and lists, shopping lists, anything, projects, all that kind of stuff can go in here. And I was not real careful about it. I just kind of freehanded. I counted my spaces, freehanded it, so it looks very sketchy. And that's the way it's going to be. So I'm going to try this vertical layout and see how it works for February. And then, you know, for March, I might do something different. That's the beauty of the bullet journal way. So I haven't even finished the month of February yet. I've only got 2 weeks down, so we'll see. And then, so that's my monthly and weekly, and here's going to be my daily. And in my daily, like I said last month, I just use grid paper. This is just a grid paper insert, and I write my date at the top, and I write my to-do lists or my notes or anything that needs to get done, anything that I need to be reminded of, any information that I take down that day that needs to be transferred elsewhere. It's the catch-all of the day. And just like I predicted, last month I talked about how I wanted my month and week in one insert and my days in another, because I don't always use this. I do not always use my day. And y'all, I only used 5 days. I only did 5 dailies in the daily insert, whereas I used pretty much all my days in my weekly insert, because that's all I needed. But then there were the few days last month where I actually needed more space, or actually wanted more space to, you know, to write, to do stickers, because I do use stickers all the time, just to spread out more. But that's not a daily occurrence. So I'm really glad that I went ahead and did not use a pre-printed, pre-set up, pre-dated insert. Because when it comes to dailies, you guys, I don't need it. So it was a good call for me. What I did do this month is I took out, I had a journal insert, like a Dear Diary style journal insert, which I took out. I am now journaling in a bullet journal style notebook. And the reason why I did it was because I have been trying to journal in a traveler's notebook for quite a while and has not worked. And I think it's because I need more space. So as you can see, obviously there's much more of a width. This has more width to it than the standard TN insert does. And I love it. This is a bullet journal style notebook. It is not a Leuchtturm 1917. Since this is still a bit experimental, I decided not to sink too much money into a book, and I bought a $5 Artist Loft bullet journal style notebook from Michaels. It's not even officially bullet journal style, it's just dot grid. It's dot grid, and that's very, very popular for bullet journalists. Excuse me. What I do like about the Artist Loft is, even though it's cheaply made, and if you ever get your hands on both notebooks, you'll understand this is very cheaply made compared to the LT 1917. It's fine. I mean, it's a reasonably made notebook. I have no problems with it, but you can tell the difference. But what I like about this is that it has 2 bookmarks, and I don't think a regular LT 1917 does. So that's kind of a perk. And it is Dear Diary style, so I'm not going to show you what's inside. Maybe I'll do journal flip throughs in the future, but not right now. But anyway, so I switched from journaling in here to journaling in here. Oh, and the other thing too was that I didn't want to keep my diary with me all the time. Like, I don't need it with me all the time. And in the event that, God forbid, I leave it somewhere or something, you know, all my personal secrets and things and thoughts are not everywhere. This kind of stays at home or comes with me if I want, but having the option is something that I liked, so that will stay in there. In this notebook, this is just my lists insert. It's lined paper, and this is where, again, I'm just working slowly at this. I am copying the list of books that I want to read this year from my book list from my blog post, and I'm slowly copying it in. I'm not even halfway done because I had like a bazillion books on that list, so I'm slowly working on it, and then we'll continue putting in more lists as I go. This is also empty. This is a lined insert as well, and this is where I'm going to keep track of my reading. I have tried doing this a few different ways, including my reader's notebook printable, which is on my website, that I honestly, y'all, do not use because it is meant to be put like in a binder or a ring bound, or even, I guess you can do it with a disc bound setup, but that's just a bit too bulky for me for what it is. And so I'm going to try just going ahead and setting it up in a blank journal or a lined journal and see how that works. And I'll update you on that as I go. But I still have to put in my reads for January and then start recording my reads for February. So as far as decoration, this is just some scrapbook paper and some washi and some vellum and some stickers and some washi that I just layered on top of the cover. So that's all that is. And then this is my, what is this? This is my notebook that I keep, my insert that I keep for church-related things, schedules and notes and plans and things like that. And this is, I guess, what is called a commonplace book. This is blank, and this is just where I jot down notes, where if I'm in a meeting, or if I'm just taking down some information to transfer somewhere else later on, that's where that last one goes. And then, like I said at the front end, I will be adding an insert for work, and once I have that figured out, I might do a video on it if I can. I might not. I will be sharing some of my other planners with you guys specifically, and you know I have them with me. I might as well just show you. Excuse me. These are my, this is my war binder, and this is where everything prayer related, everything prayer related happens on paper, okay? That happens in this binder. It is not fully set up yet. I'm still working with it. I have had it set up for quite a while and have used it off and on, but there are some more things that I want to add and change. And once I have that done, I will share it on the channel. And then this is my Bible study journal, or I guess it's a planner because I've got months in here. You can see in the tabs. And this is where all things Bible study related happened. So things that I'm reading, the books that I'm studying, all of that happens in here. And there are a couple things I want to tweak, and then once that's done, I'll go ahead and share that as well. And I really love the way that these are set up, or on their way to being set up now. I've been tweaking and playing around with this for quite a while. So to be where I'm at now with them is quite exciting. I have watched and love watching YouTube videos about war binders and spiritual planners and faith journals and Bible study planners and Bible study journals. You name it, there's like a million of them out there. And I have been watching them for a long time, trying to piece together what works for me. And so I will be sharing those once I get them done. And that will happen this month. Anyway, that is it for today. Nothing spectacular, nothing big, just what February is looking like for me. If you have any questions, please leave them below. I will link as much as I can in the description box. And I also want to thank you all for commenting on my first video. I got so many sweet comments and encouragement, and quite a few views. I got more views than I ever expected on my little video. So thank you, and keep watching. And I will talk to you in the comments or on, I hang out a lot on Instagram, so you'll find me on Instagram, Alyssa Nalani. And until next time, I will see you all later. Y'all have a great February. Bye-bye.